So I just want to emphasize that and remind those of you who are supporters of political parties and politicians that when you begin to get angry and you want to begin to insult and use mamikos and begin make rudeness, we understand one thing: mamikos not ever change society. Vulgarity, no, they develop policy. There is nowhere in history where vulgarity has caused any changes. When we talk about nationhood, we're talking about womanhood. There is no nationhood without womanhood. There is no nation without women. There is no life without a woman. Every life, human life, is the product of a woman. So society is impossible without women. So when you have a society where the currency of political dialogue is based on the undressing of women, I mean, the politicians don't go hide in their houses. They have become owners and managers of violence. That violence includes psychological, verbal, physical, all forms of violence. Why? Because they have poverty of ideas. Many of these people not able to hold a real conversation on ideas. And the reason why when I see them say them, they pass around because they cannot, many they take advantage of the ignorance of our society and this gullibility and the fact that our people are so deprived and depraved to the point that anything passes. Now the whole now the situation that so now in exchange of national leaders becoming entrepreneurs of violence, owners and managers of violence, they don't prop up these people in exchange for the debates on public policy, how to shape the country, debates on national development. Now, what do we have? A language of undressing women, a language that describes women's private parts in public. If the young politician, the young picking necessary cost mommy cost now was a good for that. If the young mama them dress very well, then kind of street somebody go for them and check them mama them a big fight, big fight for them. But they encourage kids, uneducated young men and young women of other families to carry out their own language of violence. There is nowhere in the world, nowhere in history, both in the past, in the present, and in the future, where vulgarity has changed anything. No sign of the way you go undress woman, no country no develop by describing women's private part as part of a national conversation. No, it's impossible. So that is the level of decadence, and this don't happen because the politicians, the academics, the intellectuals, the people who for shape the debates on public policy, the national conversation, have become silent not because they are afraid, because they are complicit in this madness we don't take place in the country. It's upon us as academics, as intellectuals, as people with the ability to hold civilized conversation, for call these questions out and say you cannot claim to be a national leader if you cannot participate in the civilized debate on national policy. You cannot be a parliamentary leader and be the owner and manager and orchestrator of violence. We have to identify this and shame you for that.